as always, thanks for joining us. Let's look back at Saturday's game against Ayr United. It was a hard-fought game, but it was one where, for once, we came out on top when maybe we didn't have the greatest of performances.
Well, I've tried to assess the game. I was honest enough in my assessment after the game that going in at half-time we were lucky it was only one. It could have been two, possibly three goals. Saying that, I don't think that Ayr United were the better team. I just felt that the nerves got to us a little bit. Our passing was very passive, slow. No one was taking the initiative, and it just felt like, there's something not quite right here, you know. And every time we tried a bad pass or a bad touch, Ayr United were turning us over and they were at us. Resulted in their goal, the penalty. We got in at half time, we had to shake it up a little bit. We went with a real positive shape. Anybody that's probably looking at it would probably think Di Pinebus was playing centre half. He was not. We went with three at the back with no full-backs. Dan in front just to protect, because one of their strikers was dropping in. Two in midfield and four up front and get it there. And it worked for us, and also the substitution. So we were very brave in what we've done to try and win the football match, and it's not the first time that we've done it. You know, when we feel the game's going against us, we'll go and really go for it. And I'd rather get beat with a few goals, and have a right good go. And that's what I say to the players at half time. Listen, as we speak at half time, we're getting beat 1-0. We've not played, we've not started, we've let each other down, we've let the supporters down. Even if it stays 1-0, let's go out there in the second half and have a right good go. And we had to fly with the seat of our pants a little bit, but I felt second half performance was very good. And then saying that, in the second half, we were always on the front foot. Jakob never had a save to make second half. So all credit to the boys. I felt Big F in the second half, being the only centre half, was outstanding, won all his headers. And then I felt we started getting around about setting balls. McCann made a difference when they come on. And that's what it probably needed. You know, we probably just needed that, just to give us that injection, and all credit to them. The reason I'm saying this, for all the supporters that have watched us against Morton and Arbroath, where you think we've created enough chances here to win the game and it's not went our way, it's about time something went our way, and what a time to do it against your closest rivals, everything to play for, and nicking it 2-1, so we'll take it.
As you mentioned there, Lewis McCann came on at half time and made a real positive impact. He won the free kick for the equaliser, and then great link-up play with Nikolai Todorov for the winning goal. Held the ball up really well, laid it into him. Do you feel that he's really improved and shown a level of maturity since you've came in?
I think not. I think the maturity is still to come. I do that. I think he's still a young boy, but what I have seen is he's probably needed taking out, albeit he's hurt his shoulder, and we had to be very, very careful, because we didn't. If we played him too early and he hurt it again, he would have been out for the season. So, but him being out and being desperate to get back in the team, he's come on here and he's played with a real desire and a real anger in his game, and that physical presence that he brings is very important. You know, and then when you get the other one on, but Toddy on there as well, the two centre halves then know they're in the game. Our whole game plan was to play the way we've done against, you know, teams like Raith Rovers and Partick Thistle here, and play through them and get on it, but it just wasn't his day. The passing was slow, it was off, no one had the courage to go and play forward, and we were very, very passive. So we had to sort of change it and get in about it. And all credit to the players second half, and they pulled it right at the heart, and it just shows you the spirit that they show. No matter at this time of the season, I've said in many an interview, we've got a philosophy. We want to play real good football. We want to make sure that the team, you know, we dominate the ball. But if we win ugly, then we'll take it. So we'll take it. And if that's the case on Saturday against Partick Thistle, we'll also take that, and that's all credit to the boys. You know, they've trained very hard. We're nursing one or two knocks, but we should have good numbers to pick from on Saturday. And we go in a game against Partick Thistle that, although we beat them last time here, it's a whole different ball game. Talked about the pressure. You know, you have to embrace the pressure. You have to use that as your fuel It has to give you an excitement, you know, where you have to feel nervous, but you cannot let that pressure or nervous get to you or infect your game in any shape or form. You have to have a great belief in yourself, a great trust in yourself, and a real tough mental mindset to say, come on. And we've said to the boys, we're trying to give them the tools to say, right, okay, in terms of, we beat Partick before. Last time we went to Partick, wasn't much in it. It was a wonder goal for Docherty. We give them all the respect. But the tools I used to use was, if I've prepared well enough, I've done everything that I've done, I'm fit, injury free, you know, I've done all my work, all my preparation, and come in, what have I got to lose? It might be a bit of talent, it takes me on and scores, but I'm going to be there all day, and that's what we're trying to say to the boys. No matter who you're playing against, make sure that you're doing a job on them. And I just felt on Saturday as well, we have to play with a better intensity and energy. You know, I just felt when we do that, I just felt we were so flat and so off it in the first half that it could only get better in the second half. But all credit to the players. I spoke to them in terms, you know, at half time, changing the shape, flying with the seat of our pants, and these guys who went with it. And as I say, second half, we were on the front foot and taking the game to Ayr United, without really causing too many problems. But when it takes a couple of chances, it's in the back of the net, and we're grateful and we'll take it.
Has that second half changed the shape and the impact of the guys that came off the bench, giving you a few positive question marks ahead of Saturday? Well,
since I've come in here, I've been in many relegation battles, and it's all that you go back to all that experience, and especially when I was up at Ross County just last year there in that battle. One thing we done, it was all hands on deck, everybody together, try and create that siege mentality. No one's getting put off the bus, you know, and if it's someone that's not getting a game but gets a winner, like Toddy on Saturday, find himself out of the team but gets a winner, he's certainly played his part. So, and then sometimes you have to reward that, you know. But what I'm saying, for 2 games to go, is for the last couple of weeks, live like a monk, keep focused, get yourself in the zone, and if you're not playing, be the best teammate and best supporter of your teammate as you can. The reason I'm saying it doesn't always happen, trust me. You know, sometimes when players are not playing, they want a guy in a position not to play so good. And that's human nature, that's how it works. But now we have to be so close together, because I just feel pressure as well. It's got an awful habit, that nervous energy, to take a lot out of you. And I think from now to the end of the season, playing under that and adapting to it, it's going to be all hands on deck, and when the subs come on, you're going to have to play their part like they did on Saturday. Coley's got that. Some players, Coley's never been here or there or seen, but if you see Coley on a football pitch and on the training pitch, technically very good. If you see him hitting shooting drills, free kicks, you know he's got that in his locker. And we sort of tried that up at Inverness, hoping that we might get a free kick, or he might see a shot, you know, see the target, because you've got a great strike on him. And when we got that free kick on Saturday, 2 of them are over it, and you're saying, Coley, go, and you get on it. Listen, you see him do it all the time, and I've said this many a time, and you see it getting repeated on a training pitch, you do fancy him, and they're absolutely different class. And for Big Toddy to get his winner, he's been very, very patient. Absolutely delighted for him. It's been hard for him. It's been hard for him for the simple reason is the shape that we play, it's usually one up, one off. You know, McCann's been in there, gave us that physical present, where it's probably been Doran's off him, then O'Hara's went in there more for the pace, run the channels, and it's Polworth that's in that sort of second striker. And he's had to be patient, but to come on and score the winner, he's certainly repaid the club, that's for sure.
And just finally, John, what's the team news ahead of Saturday?
I'm just trying to think of the injuries. Graham Dorrans is back running, along with Lewis Martin. Might be a bit early for him on Saturday, in fact it will be, but if we can get the 2 back in contention for the last game of the season. Paul Allen's still struggling, but we're hoping he's back on the training pitch, and probably the one that started on Saturday is Cole Donaldson. He's been working very hard with the physio in terms of the groin area and the core work, and he should be fit, ready to go Saturday. So all credit to them. You know, they've all stood up and played their part, so looking forward to Saturday's match.